I'm Juan Ibarra, and I'm the costume designer for Anyone for Classy Threesome. I was invited by the producer, director, writers of Just Ask after working on What Happens in the Elevator. I don't, wait a minute, how did that happen? Let me think. My 300 years ago when I was in college, I minored in directing and acting, and one of the major parts of that degree was to do technical theater, and I leaned toward the costume side and took a year of costume design and worked in the costume shop as costume shop foreman for my work study, and had to actually design a few costumes and got some work for the summers in that same costume shop where I went to college, working on community theater shows. So I really hadn't done anything with it since maybe grad school, and then nothing ever came up where anybody needed help. So I never did anything like that again, and I'm not sure why. I just all of a sudden thought, hey, why not? But I did, and I'm really glad I have, because it's given me this great other hobby, kind of, and it's really nice to be working with people who have a terrific sense of direction and vision, and I mean that makes it a lot easier.
Cool.
I originally thought that I should go from source material to develop costumes for these one acts, and I quickly found that it would really figure very little if I did do research. So I just decided to design within budget and within period, because each one of these has a very distinct sort of period quality that I had to go for. So more than anything, like I kind of threw art out of the window for a while, looked at what I could afford to put together, and then went into trying to create some art. But inadvertently, I think some of it has come together well. It's all been, it's like three of my favorite things to think of designing. The best part about Spinner, well, for me, is the take on that story, on Othello, being in that particular period, in that on-the-fence period where radio was being threatened by television. I like that aspect of it the most. The best part about Peoria, actually, I mean, this is kind of, it's interesting. For me, it's the hardest acting job being real and in the present day. You know, there's much less period and language to deal with, and it's all you, and you have to make that as real. So that's what I think is interesting about that. I think the interesting part about Song 5 is the sex aspect of it. The I don't know, the griminess of it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we're setting it in something that doesn't really seem that grimy to me, but that's what it is, and I find that to be kind of invigorating. Song 5 is actually more avant-garde, but Matt Rogan has pulled a little bit of a Victorian feel into it, so that gives me a point of departure. You're going to be taken in all different directions, and it's that in itself is a lot of fun. It's not, I mean, yeah, you're getting 3 shows, actually, I would say 4 shows for the price of 1. So I hope everybody gets to come and see this. It's great to see something like this in such an intimate space, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. It's been a blast.